Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle Sports and Gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
X marks the spot, kids. And welcome back to another episode of Marvel Tales.
Welcome back.
Show about everything Marvel Comics. I am Phil.
Right.
Joining me, as always, Justin the Owl.
Hello, hello.
That's right, kids. We're going to be talking some, X stuff, because we'll be talking New Mutants 87 and 98, the first appearances of Cable and Deadpool, respectively.
Two big milestones.
Back in the day when we had an X book that didn't start with an X.
Yes.
Although we kind of had that again.
I think, wasn't it?
At that point,
although
yeah.
Excalibur started with an E, so I guess that's...
The mutant book with no letter X in it at all. But yeah, I
Were you collecting this at the time, Phil? When this?
No, you know what? I kick myself for this all the time because I probably would have collected these, but this was when I was just starting to get into the mutant books, and I was collecting Uncanny X-Men and X Factor. I'm just like, oh, why did I pick up New Mutants, man? Oh, I'd have some valuable issues with at least with 87 and 98.
Yeah, I've got both of the floppies for these, but they're in somewhat shabby shape, so I don't think I could get much for them.
I have a reprint of 87. Yeah, I think it's like a gold cover instead of like the red cover, but.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
that's for a while. That's what they did to differentiate between the reprints.
Yeah,
was they put a little bit of different extra color on there.
All right, so should we get into this? Because I mean,
yes.
Cable's. We don't even get his origin here, but I mean that's a convoluted origin.
Yeah, we don't really get anything of him here. It's just he shows up and starts doing what he does.
Yeah, no, because. New Mutants 87. Here, let me give you a cover date in the team here. Cover date, March 1990. A Show of Power. Writer, Louise Simonson. Penciler, Rob Liefeld. I'm sorry, I don't have any feet drops. All right. I know, it's an easy shot, I know. Inker Bob Wycheck, colorist Mike Rockwitz, letterer Joe Rosen, and editor Bob Harris. So, basically this whole issue is, two stories. Most of the New Mutants are often finding their way home from Asgard.
Mm-hmm.
And then, this one's basically Cable versus the Mutant Liberation Front.
Yes. And this is their first appearance, I think, right? The Mutant Liberation Front.
I think so, yeah.
And Strife, yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to liberate Rusty and Skids, I guess, who were captured by Freedom Force.
Yes. Yeah, and actually that was why if I remember right, that's why I picked this book up, because back then I wasn't collecting New Mutants regularly, but I loved, there was a miniseries called Exterminators. From, I think it was 88, and it was a 4-issue one. It was right around the time of Inferno. And Rusty and Skids and Richter and Boom Boom were all in that miniseries. That was my introduction to all those characters, and I loved them. I was like, I want to follow these characters and find out where they're going after this. So eventually, of course, they wound up in the New Mutants, and that's why I followed them over here. So I was happy that they were kind of in center stage here in this story.
Oh my God! There's actually a new Exterminators book out currently, Justin. Issue 3 came out like a week or two ago.
Oh, I saw that. Is it good?
By Leah Williams. Oh my God! I mean, it's gratuitous. I mean, they don't show much, but Boom Boom was actually shooting bombs out of her Boom Boom. So,
oh my word! Wow.
And
that did escalate quickly.
Oh yeah, yes, and pretty much the girls were saying how Dazzler, who's also on the team, has a juicy dumper or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a warning on the front page. They're like, this one's rated MA.
Yikes! NC-17.
Yeah.
Exterminators. Okay.
But it's like all females because it's like Boom Boom, it's Jubilee, it's Dazzler, Laura Wolverine, formerly X-23's in it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
But yeah, it's 3 issues in. It's is it Leah Williams who wrote like the Mary Jane series.
Okay.
I think she was right. She was writing like the last iteration of X Factor we had.
Okay.
And I think she was like the mind behind the whole trial of Magneto not too long ago. So
I'll have to check that out then.
I'm trying to get an interview, but I can't. I never hear nothing back. All right. So yeah, 86. Yeah, so that's basically your 2 stories. Is New Mutants trying to get home from Asgard, and then Cable versus the Mutant Liberation Front.
Mm-hmm.
Who we've never seen either one of these, either one of them before.
Yeah, and he doesn't do too well against the Mutant Liberation Front. Actually, he gets slashed up by Reaper a bunch, and then he gets his arm melted off by Strobe.
Yeah, and I guess maybe because they didn't know if he was going to be how popular he was going to be, but I'm pretty sure at this point they didn't have his origin set in stone. I mean, what he got later was a retcon, but.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear I forget where I read this, but I swear I read somewhere the one time that it's like his name originally wasn't even going to be Cable. Like, I forget who came up with the idea. Or I think they went around and they were asking all the writers, like, oh, what should this guy's name be? And I think one of the choices was Commander X or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Commander X. Wow. Well, I'm kind of glad they settled on Cable, actually.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. At first I thought Cable was a pretty bad name, but Commander X would be even worse.
Exactly. Yes, the second printing, which I have, gold metallic ink cover exists, yes. And this cover is an homage to the cover of Avengers 145 from 1976.
Rob Liefeld and Todd McFarlane did the cover of that one.
Yeah, the Avengers 145, where the assassin, and he just has like a bunch of pictures of the Avengers.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that cover.
But I like I like this cover.
Yeah, the cover's good, right? Rob Liefeld and Todd McFarlane. Who knew they would work so well together?
Yeah, just looking through some of the notes here. This is the first full appearance of Cable as an adult. His first appearance as an infant is in an Uncanny X-Men 201, although it wasn't until several years later that they were retconned as being the same person.
Yeah. And when did they do that retcon? When did they finally get around to that?
Was that in one of those miniseries or the Cable ongoing? Because I know it's like, right before that original X Factor team rejoins the X-Men, it's like they have Cyclops send his infant son into the future because Apocalypse has infected him with the techno-organic virus. So I don't know if at that point they had it planned already, but yeah, that's the retcon. Kids goes 1,000 years into the future, comes back as an old man, Well, I think before he even left, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, that'd be, again.
Yeah, this is when X stuff starts to get really confusing.
When you come back and you're literally older than your parents, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of time travel and alternate universe stuff going on here.
And then in a few years when we'll get Age of Apocalypse, and we get an alternate version of Cable.
Yes. To further confuse things.
Exactly. So at certain points, there were 2 versions of him running around.
Mm-hmm. And then you find out Strife is a clone of his.
Yes.
Or was Cable the clone and Strife the real one? That was the question for a little while.
Because that was the big cliffhanger at New Mutants 100. Before they switched to X-Force, they revealed Strife's face and it was Cable's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think our original, early on, they were just like, yeah, he was the original, and then Cable was the clone, and then what was it, by Executioner song, they switched,
Yes. Yeah. That was another one of those long crossovers, my word.
Oh, yeah, what was that, 18, 19 parts or something?
I think so. Something crazy like
another
that.
One that crossed over between, what was it, both X books, X Factor, X Force?
X Factor, X Force, yep. Oh, man.
Might have to do that someday.
Yes, we should. I think we'd need to take a whole month to cover that one.
Yes. Oh, yes, and Danielle Moonstar, who leaves in this issue, returns in X-Force 27.
Yes, Mirage.
Yes.
She hangs out with the Valkyries for a while.
But yeah, no, I like it. I mean, I like the interior art in this.
Yeah, the art's not bad, right? The ink, really like the inks from Bob Wyachek.
Oh yeah,
he always does a great job.
Because yeah, at this point, I think like they're just like writing Cable like he's just like a regular cyborg and not techno-organic virus.
Yeah,
because they're basically like, oh, you lost your part of your robot arm. I can build another one. Because yeah, I think when did I first run into Cable? Might have been around the time. What is that? Oh, the Extinction Agenda.
Oh yes, the Extinction Agenda. Yeah. So that was your introduction to him then.
Pretty much, yeah. I hadn't read much before of Cable before that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you collecting?
Yeah, for a while he was in everything. Like for a period of maybe a year or two, he would crop up in everything. There was even I don't know if you were reading Captain America at the time, but there was a 6-part story in which Captain America got turned into a werewolf.
Oh, I was there when it was brand new, my friend. Yes.
Yeah, and Cable even showed up in that.
Like,
how in the world?
Oh, they were definitely trying to drum up sales. Wolverine and Cable showed up. In
that, yeah. It was unreal. Yeah, he was in everything. He just exploded all over the place. Cable all over.
Hail. Oh, man, that poor Mark Grunwald, man. He went from Operation Galactic Storm. There was like one kind of cooler issue, and then jumped right in the Cap Wolf. I'm like, oh, man.
Poor Cap.
I know, man. Now, Cap had like missing friends, and like he didn't get back to him for like a year because it's just like crossovers after crossovers.
Yeah. You put him through the ringer.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, not a lot happens in this issue, 87. It's yeah, like you said, it's 2 stories. It's them finding their way back from Asgard, and meanwhile, Rusty and Skids are broken out of the penitentiary by the Mutant Liberation Front, and Cable gets beaten up.
Yep, and like arrested or something. Yeah.
But
I do like we do remember continuity because they're like, oh, here's X Factor's back. There's their ship coming in.
Oh yeah. Right.
Remember when they used to live on a giant spaceship, kids? Yeah, we blew that ship up around the same. I think it was the same story when they sent the baby into the future.
Yes.
I think we were just basically cleaning everything up because they were going to rejoin the X-Men. So it's just like,
yeah, you got to tie up all these loose ends quick.
Warlock.
Warlock.
Yeah,
a lot of Warlock in this.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I mean, a few months. Because Executioner's song is what, maybe 6 months away.
I think so.
Because I think that's where he gets killed for a while.
I think yep, and then comes back as Douglock.
I think they have shots for that now.
Consult your physician if you experience symptoms of Douglock.
Yes. Oh, and this is like the second episode in a row. Well, we only did 2 so far, but yes, we're like talking about the isn't Asgard adrift in the negative zone?
Oh yes, yeah. That was the time when that happened. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always forget about that Asgard was in the negative zone for a while.
That's why it was hard for the new mutants to find their way home because that bridge was broken.
Yeah. And they were fighting. I thought that part was cool when they were fighting the mindless ones in the crossroads there. I really liked that.
So I was going to say, I mean, a good writer on her own, but I wonder if Louise was getting notes from her husband here about Asgard.
Maybe. Although I don't think that he was on. Was he on the title then?
Maybe not at this point, but he had already been on.
Yeah, DeFalco. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah. I think it was DeFalco and Ron Friends on Thor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was if I remember right, that was a story with Annihilus, where Asgard was brought into the negative zone.
Oh, I think maybe, yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
But yeah, just a lot of new mutants finding their way home, and like we said, just a big battle between Cable and the Mutant Liberation Front, and them Freaking Rusty and Skid. Again, yeah, I think we even talked about this beforehand. It's like, for a guy's first appearance, not a lot happens.
Not a lot happens, and he doesn't really do well. Like,
I know, he gets captured his first time out, it seems like.
Yeah, he punches Reaper in the face and then loses his hand to Strobe.
Once again, I'm so convinced that they didn't know what they had on their hands. They're like, yeah, this is a guy who'll show up once or twice. And
it's kind of like when the Punisher first showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Supposed to be for a couple of issues, and that's it.
Because you could tell they're really painting him as like the grizzled soldier. He already has the scar over the one eye.
Yeah, the scars. And all the body armor and the giant guns.
Giant belt. What are you trying to compensate for with that giant belt?
Batman, my favorite character.
Bet you Ray approves of that one. Oh, the giant shoulder pads.
Yes.
Again, bare chested, but he got like those giant shoulder pads that cover like at least half of his chest.
And that gun has like a bayonet or some type of a blade lashed to the bottom of it too.
I know, if this was just like a regular cyborg arm, man, you think that thing could like transform into different weapons too.
Yeah, that would have been cool, right?
Again, I'm just thinking that, it was just like, oh, this is a mystery man's going to show up every so often. Although he has the glowing eye. Are we already planning that he has telekinesis and maybe a little bit of telepathy? Oh.
Yeah, the glowing eye is usually an indicator.
I don't know, because doesn't Longshot have a glowing eye?
Yeah, but his is a different color glow. It's like, see, if it's telepathy or telekinesis, it's like a pink.
Okay.
But if it's something else, it's like it's a different color.
That's a bold statement.
That's when you know it's telekinesis or telepathy in Marvel, if it's pink.
Okay, so that's a bold statement. So you're saying telepathy and telekinesis gives you pink eye? Okay.
Again, they can clear that up with a doctor's visit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, kids.
That's right.
It's on the internet. It must be true.
Consult your physician if your telepathic powers give you pink eye.
If you have a robot arm for more than 4 hours, consult a physician.
If your cyborg arm melts off and won't grow back on its own, you may require...
Oh, that's like, I forget, wasn't it a comedian? Someone was saying, those commercials, it's like, oh, if you have an erection for more than 4 hours, consult a physician. It's like, if I have an erection for more than 4 hours, I ain't damn sure ain't going to the doctor. Right, kids? Right.
It's wintering time.
Anyway, so
unless it's a fun doctor, and then definitely.
Whoa! All right. God. All right. Thoughts on this one, Justin?
I like it. Like I said, I liked the spotlight on Rusty and Skids and those characters from the Exterminators series, and I don't really remember what happened with the whole Asgard story a whole lot, but it was nice to see them wrapping that up and moving on from there.
Yeah. Look through all the notes. It's just like, items. Techno-organic virus. This is the first full appearance of the techno-organic virus, even though we don't name check it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The first full appearance?
Yeah,
no kidding.
That counts, but even though they didn't know they had it yet.
Wow.
Oh, shut up, Russell. Go to bed. You got something to watch while you're working.
That's right.
At least until your transformer explodes. I heard it.
He's got some entertainment while he works.
Exactly. All right. You want to jump to the other one?
Yeah, let's move on to number 98.
Another little book, kids, and some of you may have not have heard of. It's 98 with a little character. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Deadpool.
An obscure character, little known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You have my permission to discuss Hulk 2099 exclusively on Marvel. I heard what it did to you, Russell. I don't want none of that. Thank you for joining us again for another.
$20.99 is the gift that keeps on giving.
I don't want to come on and go, thank you for joining us for another Marvel Tales. Yeah, this whole crap. Been a bad week. Yeah.
Poor Russell was scarred by that story.
I know, man. He had to sleep in the heat, and he had to read Hulk 2099. What did you do to him? Smashing news. This is Russell. Hold on. I can do an amazing Russell impression.
No, I invented that, you dick.
Teach me how to urinate.
That September was hell of a time, kids. All right.
That was fun.
Exactly.
I love September.
All right, so yes, we do have a synopsis for issue 98. I wonder why.
Imagine that.
The Beginning of the End, Part 1. I forgot that one. Beyonder never will, and Spider-Man certainly never will, Russell. All right. Writers, Rob Liefeld and Fabian Nicieza. Oh, this is also Fabian Nicieza night.
Yes.
Penciler, inker, Rob Liefeld. Colorist, Steve Buscetto, letterer Joe Rosen, and editor Bob Harris. In his Colorado estate, Gideon prepares for the day with his morning exercise. He prepares for his morning exercise, children.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
He breaks through some of the best programs Shaw Industries has to offer, then towels off while listening to the day's schedule. Regarding the DaCosta stock inquiry, Gideon makes sure that his operative, Eve, is in place and ready to proceed with their plan. Gideon is assured by his assistant, Adam, that all will go well. Oh, God, Adam and Eve.
I always thought that Adam and Gideon had a thing.
Whoa.
I remember there was an interaction in an issue of New Warriors between them that was a little saucy. I was like, oh, wow, okay.
I can't remember. All right. 2 days later, in the Danger Room, Cannonball infringes upon Cable's practice session with the excuse that he needs practice too. Cable uses the opportunity to see if Cannonball is able to concentrate enough in a battle situation to limit the noise of his combustion.
Off that cabbage.
Oh! I mean, I make jokes, but it's like that's literally basically his power, man. He gets propelled through the air by it. That's what it looks like, anyway. And he's invulnerable when he does it.
But he's working on making it quieter, at least.
Oh, yeah. Let's go from this.
Silent but deadly.
Yeah, a little quieter, yes. Surprising Cannonball with an arm blast. Fail. Cable learns that Cannonball still needs some work. In fact, everyone does. There just isn't much of an everyone anymore. Because people are quitting left and right.
It's like Twitter over there.
Whoa! In Brazil, the previous day, Eve delivers Emmanuel DaCosta his coffee. It's poisoned and he falls over dead.
I love too, Phil, how that was two whole pages to deliver that one scene.
Exactly. We couldn't get more Deadpool. Come on. Well, if that's not the greatest commercial for switching the decaf, I don't know what is.
That's right.
In the X Mansion, Richter has lost his head. He's upset that Wolfsbane is still in Genosha and that the New Mutants have done nothing about it. He tries to get Boom Boom to join him in a rescue, but Boom Boom just shrugs him off and he storms away. Shortly thereafter, Cable gets quite the surprise in the library. It seems there's a bounty on Cable's head and a mercenary called Deadpool is there to collect it. Deadpool says that a man named Tolliver is none too pleased with how Cable ended things, and so Deadpool was there to eliminate Cable. After some fighting, Cannonball succeeds in sneaking up on Deadpool with his blast. How?
Like I said, silent.
Ah, nice. I forget what stories, but there's some stories where Deadpool just calls Cannonball cannonballs.
Oh.
The victory is short-lived, however, when Deadpool wraps Cannonball up in a neural net. Fortunately, Boom Boom, Richter, and Sunspot enter the library as backup. Deadpool takes out Richter, but before he can test his mettle against everyone else, he himself is taken out. Domino, a mysterious lady, stands behind him, having just placed 3 knives in Deadpool's back.
Ouch.
The Doom Mutants notice the chemistry that Cable and Domino, apparently old friends, seem to have. And I don't even think that's the real Domino. Isn't that Copycat?
Yeah, I think that is Copycat at this point. And the real Domino is being held by Tolliver somewhere in some hidden underground bunker or something.
Oh, I'm looking at the notes. Yes, it is Copycat. Yeah, that's what I thought. Later, Cable updates Domino and the team. Several key members have left, but Cable has some plans in store for new recruits. He also mentions he mailed Deadpool back to Tolliver. That night, Richter sneaks out of the mansion. He leaves a note for Boom Boom expressing his desire to help Wolf, Spain, and Genosha. A bit later, Sunspot is awakened by Gideon. Gideon informs Sunspot of his father's death by heart attack, to the kid's shock. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. But yes, this one, the plot was by Liefeld and the script was by Nicieza. And of course, the first appearances of Deadpool, Gideon, and Copycat, who's impersonating Domino. So,
and by default, the first appearance of Domino.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least the first mention and visual of her.
Right. First time that we see her, what she looks like.
There's a lot going on for an issue that's like, it's, in 2 more issues, this thing's done.
I know, they were setting up a lot here. Yeah. What did you think of this one?
I mean, again, it's interesting, but I mean, once again, for Deadpool's first appearance, he doesn't get a lot of screen time, but
yeah, I felt like they could have clipped a page out of that whole assassination scene.
Yeah,
or a page and a half. I mean, let's face it, that could have been done in 3 panels. And then,
I mean, that was a Bendis comic coffee delivery if I ever saw it.
Totally it was.
Would you like some cream with that? What did you say? I said, would you like some cream with your coffee? Yes, I would like some cream in my coffee. Could you put that cream in my coffee? Yes, I can. Oh, thank you.
What kind do you want? International Delight? What kind? Amaretto? White chocolate? Raspberry? Espresso?
Now, let's get to sugar. Would you like sugar? Would you like regular sugar? Would you like Splenda? What would you like? And it's just the same heads each time. It's just you're changing the dialogue.
The same panel, yeah.
Yes. Again, another great cover on this.
Yeah, very good cover.
Oh my lord! But yeah, that first Deadpool suit. I mean, of course we get our pouches.
Lots of pouches. Yeah, even Domino's rocking some pouches in this. On her belt, she's got a ton of pouches going on there.
Oh, don't see you, Liefeld. The very first panel we see Deadpool, we can't see his feet. Don't think I don't see you, Liefeld.
That's right. And he inked himself on this one. He didn't have Bob Wyachek, so he had to finish those feet himself.
But yeah, pouches galore. I mean, look at it. He almost looks like he has like a cable utility belt, and he has those pouches around each leg.
Yeah, the weird gun.
And those gray gloves. That's what's standing out to me because I mean, I think we lose those pretty quick. Yeah. They almost look like Captain America gloves or something, but they're gray. Yeah, that kind of stands out to me.
Yeah, I remember the first time when I read this, when this came out, I didn't honestly think that Deadpool was going to go anywhere. And I was really surprised that he kind of took off the way that he did. Because I thought he was just going to be a kind of a throwaway character that they just used a few times.
Well, yeah, and I think as time goes on, they make him more of a smart aleck, a smart ass. It takes off more. He takes off more, yeah. But again, too, I mean, he got a couple miniseries, but it really helped, like, what was that, 98? Because that's really when I jumped into Deadpool, when he got his first ongoing series. Yeah.
Yes. I think that 98, that was the one that kind of cemented his popularity.
With Joe Kelly writing, yeah. I mean, it got dark at times, but it was funny.
What's that?
That Joe Kelly series. I mean, it was dark at times, but it still kept the humor and stuff, yeah.
It was good, yeah. I liked that one. Need to go back and read.
Oh, we're gonna have to do some of that, yeah.
Yeah. Gideon, though, was kind of weird. I still don't know how I feel about Gideon. And after having reread some of the X-Force stuff, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this character.
Yeah, I think they were trying to create like another Sebastian Shaw or something. I mean, that was always my take.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like they wanted to use Sebastian Shaw, but they couldn't, so they had to make somebody else that was similar.
Yeah, because they'll never bring him back.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I mean, just the 90s designs, but yeah, they get like Gideon's hair and stuff. I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah, the hair is seriously ridiculous.
I mean, early 90s. What was this, 1990?
Yeah, 91, right? Yeah. Yeah, February 91.
Oh, man. So, yes, we're not even at the full mullet age yet. Yeah.
Not yet. We're almost there.
Yeah, it's like a greenish tint to it.
Yeah. It's almost like he washed it with lime or something. Lime juice.
And I forget. I mean, is Gideon a cyborg, or is he just like wearing like metal sleeves?
No, he's a mutant. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some armor, I think. Yeah.
Because it's like metal sleeves, but they only go up to like not quite the shoulder.
Yeah.
Come up to like his
I don't
armpit.
quite understand that. Yeah. Maybe his Achilles heel is his elbow or something.
Oh, yeah.
He has to keep those arms covered up.
You must be a killer with your arms.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for that.
Yeah, I like this. I like the script in this one. The art, but I always love Fabian's script. So, yeah.
But yeah, this 2-page coffee scene. Yeah, she walks in, gives him the
Yeah,
the secretary or whatever in the tight dress. Yeah, and it's just walks out.
Yeah.
It's like that death scene at the end of Deadpool 2. It's like, oh, coffee, poisoned. Yes, it's poisoned. I'm dying. This wasn't Bendis delivery. Is it the caffeine? No, I think I've been poisoned. Who would want to poison me? Let me figure this out as I die. Guess I am rich. I might have many enemies. Someone found out my son is a mutant. I don't know. Avenge me, my son. When I'm gone, I'm not gone yet. Avenge me.
I'm not gone yet.
Wait, do I have time to write a will? I don't know. So yeah, I mean, was Liefeld just like, were they just did he need to kill 2 pages or what?
Well, yeah, that was kind of what I meant. They could have they could have subtracted that out and added some more fight scene between Deadpool and the team.
Whoa! How are you guys not doing a Namor show? Kleenex will sell so many tissues.
We've got a Namor show planned.
We did, yeah. So we did have to move it, but yes, we had the first couple issues of Burns Run, which we had to move because we're going to be doing a crossover. So, yes, coming in March at the end of March, kids. Yes, we are going to be crossing over with me and Will's show Sector 2814 because we're going to be doing the JLA Avengers crossover. So
yes, JLA Avengers.
Yes, penciled by Mr. George Perez. Yes,
that's right. Oh, I love that one.
Kleenex. How dare you, Russell? But yeah, no, I so get your point. It's like, instead of the guy dropping dead from coffee for 5 minutes, we could have got more Deadpool.
More Deadpool or more Domino or something.
And once again, we're in that era, so they didn't have Cable's origin. I mean, who did they have? Do you think they had an origin for Deadpool, or it's just like, yeah, he's like a guy who gets paid to kill people?
Yeah, he was probably just a mercenary.
Because I mean,
he's a regular mercenary.
I mean, he's covered head to toe, so it's like, is he a white guy? Is he a black guy? I don't know.
I wonder if Domino, though, if Fabian had plotted out Domino's story with Copycat and all that stuff. Those were all his creations.
Yeah, because that doesn't get revealed till X-Force, so yeah.
Right. But I think it's still within the first year of X-Force that revelation happens.
Yeah, was it in the teens or something, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 12, 13, 14 or somewhere around that. I seem to remember it happened kind of early on in the series. So I wonder if he had that plotted out ahead of time.
He could have, because I mean, I think that, I'm pretty sure they knew the X-Force was coming. It's not like they're like, oh yeah, hey, the book's over, and they had to sit on pins and needles. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they knew.
Right. Well, this one's called The Beginning of the End, so yeah.
Yes, Russell. His origin was, I like Deathstroke.
I like Deathstroke.
And the sad part is, you can go on the internet. I mean, I remember it might have been around Deadpool 2, but I mean, people would never pick up comics and just watch the movies. We're like, oh yeah, what's with this Deathstroke guy? He's just a ripoff of Deadpool. even though Deathstroke had been around like 10 years before Deadpool even first showed up.
Oh, that's hilarious! I love it.
Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson.
Yeah. One of these times that DC and Marvel does another crossover, there has to be a Deathstroke and Deadpool face off.
Oh, I want him to cross over with so many people. Deadpool, him, do a Deathstroke battle, have him meet Harley Quinn.
Yes. That'd be tremendous.
Oh yeah, there's so many they could do now that they didn't do in that 90s one, because Deadpool really was, outside the X books, Deadpool really wasn't a thing. Yeah, there's so many more they could do now.
Yeah, I wish they would do another one of those. I always thought those were so much fun.
I would have seen Justin and Lilith bet money on a Namor versus Aquaman fight.
Oh yes. I would put some serious cash down on that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Biscuit battle, yes.
That's right.
Oh, that's what we should do. Biscuit battle.
Biscuit battle.
And we could all debate, which guy would beat the other guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder if Deadpool is a sex predator.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think he ever got nasty like that.
I think they tried to pull back that. They tried to roll back that Deathstroke Terra thing, and was it New 52 maybe? And I think everyone was like, no, he did it. Yeah, there was some kind of origin. It might have been New 52, or maybe after, where he was just they showed flashbacks of him oh, you can dress all sexy, but I'm not going to touch you or something. And it's just I don't know if it ever stuck, but I mean. Was Wolfman trying to show he was this horrible villain? Because it's just
well, that was kind of what I took from it was that this is how nasty this guy is.
Yeah, isn't Deadpool canonically pansexual? I think he still is. Yeah, I know he was for the longest time. Yeah,
I think he still is.
Well, that's what me and Lilith were always discussing, the Joker's sexual orientation. I said I could see Joker being pansexual.
Totally, absolutely.
I mean, I could see Joker being a sexual predator, just using any human being for his sexual pleasure.
Yeah. Well, we still don't ever really know how old Harley Quinn is.
Oh, true. I mean, she was a doctor, so she was at least of age.
Oh, true. That's true. Yes, that's true.
Although it is Gotham, they're probably handing out medical degrees when you turn 15. Who knows?
Right. We need all the doctors we can get in Gotham. Here you go.
Joker
nuggets.
Joker period nuggets period. He likes them nuggets. That's right.
Where's the Joker nuggets?
What are we talking about? A
couple of balls down the gob.
We're talking about the great DC and Marvel crossovers.
Yeah. We need more. Although it's not Marvel, but do you see? I think it's coming out this coming week. They're doing another Batman Spawn crossover.
Another one, really?
I think it might just
third one.
Well, I think I think the first one, DC put out an issue and then Image put out an issue, but I think this one might just be. I think this one might just be a one shot. I think DC's just putting it out.
Kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second Marvel Tales in a row, and we mentioned Batman. Sorry, Ray.
Batman, my favorite character.
Once again, like Lil says, the chance is never zero.
That's right.
This town needs an enema. How are we talking Joker? Okay, Ray, you could blame this on Russell this time if we're talking Batman.
Batman, my favorite character.
I love Batman.
Joker influence.
That's right. Wasn't there a Batman Spawn Hellboy? I don't know. Was there a three-way? I don't know. I remember Batman Spawn, but I never.
Yeah, I don't remember Hellboy being involved. But that sounds like it should happen. If it hasn't happened yet.
I was gonna say, was there a Batman Hellboy, which I can pretty much see because I mean Batman's pretty much teamed up with everyone. I mean, if there was any crossover, Batman was involved.
Definitely.
Hell, Batman karate chopped the Hulk. Why don't you cover that?
Batman, my favorite character.
Yeah, Batman with his deadly batarang against the Hulk.
Hey, why don't you just cover that that Batman Hulk story so Ray can send in feedback and poo all over Batman?
Yes.
We will. Thank you, Russell.
We'll add that to the menu.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, Ray. Gray Moon Knight, yes.
Blue Moon Knight.
Blue Moon Knight. Well, it depends what suit he's wearing, yeah.
Blue Moon.
Oh my god, have you ever seen Ghostmaker in some of the more recent Batman comics? I swear he looks like they were trying to like copy Moon Knight.
That's exactly what I thought the first time I saw the picture of him. I was like, wow, okay. They're just going for it. They're just going to do it.
And talking about horrible names, it's like Ghostmaker. Well, what's that? Killer?
Yeah.
Ghostmaker.
Oh my word.
That sounds like something would come out in the 90s.
Yeah, Sin Eater. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there was actually like Sin Eaters like in like mythology or something.
True.
But yeah, it's like Ghostmaker, just like Ghostmaker.
Yeah. Ghostmaker.
Sounds like a name Jerry Conway vetoed for the Punisher back in the day.
It also sounds like the name of a Steven Seagal movie.
Oh yes,
Ghostmaker.
Back when he could lift his leg, yeah.
Back when he wasn't out of breath from standing up.
Yes. Oh, did you ever watch that show when he was like the part of that police department?
Yes, I saw it.
Oh my god, that was the greatest thing because he would let the other cops run the guys down because he couldn't run, and then they like catch the guy and he would like talk to all these like guys they caught, and if it was like a black guy, he would like try to do like a black accent, and it was like, and it was down south. It was oh my god, it was the most horrible thing, but it was like a train wreck. You could not look away.
Yeah, it was the most blatant character assassination, but he was doing it to himself. It was the best. I was like, all right, if you want to destroy your career, then I'll watch it. I'll watch it with a big bucket of popcorn.
Second episode of Marvel Tales, and this has already escalated quickly. Steven Seagal, Batman. I don't care.
Joker nuggets.
Random nonsense. Like I said, kids, this is the male Lilith Hellfire, so you knew it was going to go off the rails eventually.
We'll be going all over the place.
Exactly. Yes, Russell, we will have you on because we plan on having some guests.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because
I've invited him on.
We're going to have Will. We're going to have you, Russell.
Well, we definitely have to have him on for the Man Thing episode.
Yeah. That's what I said. I want to try to get the whole band together for the Man Thing stuff towards the end of the year. Yeah, Noel, Russell, Lilith. Depending on what time of day it is, maybe we can get His Royal Highness Ray.
Yes.
Steven Seagal Tales. Oh, that would be great. Oh my god.
Maybe that should be a Patreon bonus episode.
Oh my god, that is like one of those stories like where did I hear that? But it was a story supposedly going around where I forget what set he was on, but Steven Seagal came out of his trailer the one day and told someone, I just read the greatest script I've ever read, for a movie, I guess, and whoever he was talking to says, who wrote it? And he goes, I did. I love that. That is so.
I did.
Me and Lil still make that joke. It's just like I just heard the greatest podcast I ever heard. Who was on it? Well, I was.
That's great.
Oh, I know when we can have Russell on also if you want to. We're going to be covering like the first couple appearances of the Thunderbolts, including their one of their first appearances from Hulk 449. Yeah.
Yes, I forgot about that Hulk issue. We definitely have to have him on for that.
Yeah.
There'll be the Gamma Charge crew on. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm just looking at our schedule. Or if anyone wants to join us for our crossover when we do the JLA Avengers, because
that one will be really fun.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, and then we're doing that Hulk annual when we do the life form.
Oh, that's right. We're
Yeah.
covering the life form. Yeah. I don't know if Russell's read that one. That would be cool.
I have an entire run of T-Bolts. Yes, Thunderbolts.
We love the Thunderbolts.
Oh, it's gonna get nuts here, kids. Yeah, Thunderbolts, Silver Sable in the Wild Pack towards the end of the year. Yeah.
The Terminus Factor.
Yes. Evolutionary War.
Evolutionary War. Yeah, I'm really excited for that one.
Oh my god, and then our giant April Fool's prank the entire month of April, Justin.
The whole month. Now I'm wondering, Phil, if when we go into that episode, if we should do it like we're actually thinking that it's a great story.
Oh, you mean like Lil Hellfire and I did? Oh, yes.
Yeah, like your reverse episode where we're just talking about how the art is so great, the script is great, that everything that happened made so much sense.
Yes. Oh my god, like when Lilith and I did that on Unlimited Justice, when we pretended we were nice and innocent, didn't do any dick jokes, and yes, because
she was Eve Heavenwater.
Yes, and because we were on Earth 3 and Ray had the biggest Batman podcast on planet Earth. Yes,
that's right. It was the most popular Batman podcast on the planet.
But it Justin, I will tell you right now, it is hard, Hale, not to break character.
Yes,
especially
especially with the one that we've picked. Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. Pure some of the crappiest crap of the 90s kids. I mean, it's up there. It's not Heroes Reborn, but it's up there.
Yeah, it's way up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Or way down there, depending on.
Should we spoil that?
No, we should keep that a surprise.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we should keep that a surprise.
Biscuits galore.
Yeah, we'll be doing Alpha Flight.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's next episode, Alpha Flight.
The next episode, yeah.
Yeah, the first 4 issues of John Byrne's Alpha Flight series. Yes. Yep. And then in February, we're going to be doing a bunch of like Ant-Man and Kang stuff. I wonder why.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I guess I don't have to tell you what's coming in May then, kids. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. And then in July, a little bit of Ms. Marvel. Captain Marvel.
I'll send in feedback for that. Screw you, Russell. Send in feedback for every episode.
All of them.
I'll mail you the schedule, man. Hell, I'll put you on the calendar so you can see when we're going to record.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's give him the list.
And how about you, Ray? Ray used to send us weekly feedback for our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone.
We'll get him on the weekly again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Will and I switched to Green Lantern instead of Quasar, so I think that kind of threw Ray. Come on, Ray.
Okay.
Come on, Ray. Got a weekly Marvel podcast again. Come on.
Yes. And I know that he likes Silver Sable in the Wild Pack, so I know that he'll send in some feedback.
Oh, I should have known he was a Silver Sable in the Wild Pack fan. Mr. I Love Tigra. He's a new fan of Black Canary. Okay.
The Black Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Jessica Drew.
Yeah. I'm noticing a theme here.
Yeah, me too.
Sex on the mind. The Hard Master.
Well, we can't fault him for that. Both he and I have our share of biscuits that we like.
Oh, yeah. I think you both agree on Hercules, probably, huh?
Actually, yeah.
I was gonna say I know he likes Hercules. Yeah. Yeah. So you do love Hercules, right, Ray?
It's a lot of meat.
The Lion of Olympus. Rawr.
You laugh through my Kevin Conroy feedback. What do you expect? I got Lilith and Justin both telling me jokes. Yeah. I'm sorry, Russell. I couldn't help laughing through your Kevin Conroy feedback because I never heard Sad Russell before. Well, until you covered Hulk 2099.
Oh, yeah. That was more like PTSD, Russell.
That was more like I'm about to cut my wrist, Russell. It was a bad week. I know. I listened to the episode.
That was a rough week for Russell. Yeah.
No power. Long day. I know. All right. So should we cut this here? I don't think we've talked Cable or Deadpool in like 10 minutes.
This issue was pretty light. I mean, I had forgotten it.
Well, both of them, again, for first appearances, there wasn't much of either of them,
Yeah. I had completely forgotten about the 2-page assassination sequence. And just, it seemed like they were padding this issue a bit. So,
yeah. I wonder if they were just if he was biding time, because, New Mutants 100 was exercise, or if they were just kind of slowing up because X-Force #1 was coming.
I think so. I think that they were kind of saving the big bulk of the story for the big #1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as we said, kids, we're going to let the cat out of the bag. Next week, we're going to be covering the first 4 issues of John Byrne's Alpha Flight series. So,
the classic.
Yeah. So I know a lot of you like that. Someone tell Jed McKay. I want feedback from Jed McKay.
Yes. Jed McKay, we want your feedback. Just send in an email or whatever.
Oh, whatever's easiest. But yes.
Send in something.
I was gonna say the only feedback I have from him is on Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, a guy who runs around in a white outfit, relieving people of their facial features.
That doesn't sum it up. I don't know what does.
I love that so much.
There's your hero, Ray. Jed McKay. Oh, I loved my talk when Jed McKay came on and talked to us.
He's the best.
Another nice Canadian fellow like that. Jim Zub. Yes.
Yeah, speaking of Alpha Flight, we need to get Jay McKay working on.
I know.
Working on an Alpha Flight book.
I put a post up on a while ago on Twitter. I'm like, Marvel, give Jed McKay an Alpha Flight.
Yeah.
We need an Alpha Flight book, period. But yes, Jed McKay, because Jed McKay loves that.
Yeah. And I know that he would knock that out of the park. And it doesn't even have to be it can be a limited series. They can just do a limited one.
Oh yeah, it seems like
these to kind of introduce people back to the team and
and
give him a chance to work his magic with the group.
Yeah, again, it seems like if these days, if you don't get an ongoing, you get 5 issues or something. So
they got to fill those trade paperbacks,
Exactly. Put out 5-issue miniseries. See if
exactly.
I mean, I hear enough people say. I mentioned Alpha Flight. Most Marvel fans are like, oh yeah, Alpha Flight. So,
and eventually that we're going to see Alpha Flight in the MCU. It's going to happen someday. I can see it. So, yeah, I think the time is right to bring them back.
I'm already getting feedback from Russell. Yes, Jed McKay name dropped Tomes of Evil on your show unprompted, and also gave crap to Esser best episode ever.
That was a great episode.
I know. I think the only other person to give Esser more crap is you, Russell.
Over a year
or
ago.
Peter David.
Oh, yeah, but that was just a hit and run, man. Yeah, Charlie had some kind of cockamamie theory. I think it was it about Sidorak or something? And I swear, I don't know if I'm just inflating this in my head, but I swear there was a pause, like a 1 or 2 second pause from Peter David, and he's just like, "You're a dumbass." Oh
God!
One of the greatest moments on this show. Yes, on this podcast. All right, so. But yeah, Alpha Flight next week, and then we're doing the first appearance of Dane Whitman, the Black Knight from Avengers 47 and 48.
Yes.
And then, like I said, in February, we're going to be doing a lot of firsts. The first appearance of Hank Pym, Janet Van Dyne, Scott Lang, Kang.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a Quantumania month.
Yep. Oh, and then that Thunderbolts issue episode is the first one of March, so.
We have to have Russell on for that.
Yes, especially when they fight the Hulk.
Fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that issue, especially when I think I kind of figured out the Thunderbolts gimmick when the Hulk was like, "Don't I know you?" And I was like,
"Oh, he's getting it."
I at least figured out her identity. I was like,
yeah. Love it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be a great episode. We're going to have fun with that.
Oh, what? The Black what? Is he covered in fecal matter? Just what? I don't.
Oh, that's an inside joke related to the latest episode of Gamma Charge that's coming out.
Oh my!
You have to listen to the very end, to the Rant Pan section, to discover what that's about. But
I love when he just rambles on at the end after the music's done, or just like, I think, was there one episode where like he's on a rant and it just Noel pops in, he's like, yeah, this ran right on for like 10 more minutes.
I think we're talking about wrestling or something.
Or King,
or some other show or something.
Or Kingpin's titties, something.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, but if you would like to have a civilized conversation about any of those comics, or even, you know, these issues, or the Captain Marvels we covered on episode 1, email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Oh, hey, and if you guys have any questions for Lilith Hellfire, no matter what they are, send them in, because we're going to be recording Salty and Petty when she is here at the end of the month, so.
Yes. That's going to be great.
Yes. All right. So, yes, call us, email us, follow this show and every other show we have on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Capes and Lunatics Network is on Hive now. So follow all that, especially for all the updates. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're so close to 269. Make Lilith Hellfire's dream come true and get us to 269 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah. Smash that subscribe button.
Smash it.
Smash it till Lilith gets to 269.
Smash it.
All right, so yes, YouTube. Most importantly, the Patreon, because once again, we're paying for this out of our own pocket. Every little bit helps. With $3 to $5 get you early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester Chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
See, it's so good I'm getting choked up. All right, the Chichester Chats. Superhero movie brackets are over. Thank God. But you can listen to the whole thing now when you subscribe. And again, listen, if you become a patron, you can suggest stuff that we're going to do in 2023. So join the Patreon elite like Justin, Russell, yes, who's been hovering in the chat room. And, of course, that international lunatic himself, Ray.
The Hodmaster.
And again, we need women, man. It's a complete sausage fest in our Patreon elite right now. So,
yes,
come on, ladies.
Some more female viewpoints.
Yes,
from the Patreon elite.
And give us up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Be like Lilith Hellfire and drink on camera, and no one knows what you're drinking.
That's right. It could be Mountain Dew. It could be Red Bull. It could be none of the above.
Could be tequila, warm and all. So email us. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. Speaking of lunatics, Justin, you're on this show. You're doing a monthly appearance now regularly on We Are the Night, the Batman podcast.
The Batman podcast.
Capes and Lunatics.
Talking about Night Quest, the Crusade.
Then we'll get to some Azrael. But yeah, speaking of lunatics, I heard you podcast with some other lunatics. Where can people hear that?
This is my good pal Russell, who's been giving us some feedback tonight. I also co-host Gamma Charge, the strongest podcast there is. We talk about all the Hulk and She-Hulk goodness. And we also have Tomes of Evil, comic book supervillain podcast, which will be coming back sometime next year. In the meantime, we have a couple of shows to take its place. Hobgoblin Historia and Stakes and Staples, a comic book vampire podcast. And lastly, but certainly not least, we have Predator and P-Ray, Predator and Prey, a Yaucha podcast, which we co-host with our good pal, the Hodmaster, Ray.
Oh, yeah. That speaking of lunatics, yes. All right.
He who loves the silver sable.
Yes.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I'm a sucker for a guy with a powerful rod. It's so salty.
And it just came to me. I'm going to throw down a challenge to Gamma Charge's editor, Noel. I think we need a new theme song. I think it needs to be a parody song. I think, something along the lines of Taste the Gamma. Taste the Gamma bomber. So get to work,
That's
Noel.
A great idea.
Yes. Or work Biscuit into there somehow. I don't know. A Hulk being a biscuit. I don't know. But just, I'm throwing the challenge down, Noel.
I like that idea.
Noel's like,
I think we should do that in the new year.
Oh yeah. Start the new year off with a new song. Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, I can't just.
It's a great idea.
I could just hear Noel now. He's like, "Oh yeah, thanks, yep." Merry Christmas, then Noel. All right, kids. Yes, thank you for joining us for all this excitement, this Steven Seagal of it all. But yes, come back next week for everyone's favorite Alpha Flight, the first 4 issues by Mr. John Byrne.
Right, a classic.
Talk about artists who like to draw shapely women, Mr. John Byrne.
That's right.
All right. But until then, I don't know. Watch out for time traveling relatives.